That's not a good-looking group. You better believe it. Hello again, everybody. This is Lance Russell without Dave today. He'll be back with us again next week. We have a sensational show lined up for you. It'll be opening up with Rick Rude and Big King Kong Bundy in a tag match. It'll be our opener. By golly, we've got some great videotape, too, that I think you're going to enjoy seeing. Hickerson and the Spoiler tangling with the Rock and Roll Express. Additionally, right here, we're going to be looking at Mr. Ito and the Animal going in a tag match. And our final expiration of time, looking forward to this one. Two very fast teams and excellent wrestling teams. The New Generation with Tojo Yamamoto, and they'll be going against the Nightmares with Jimmy Hart. All of that action and a lot more coming up. Let's get started. Back in just a moment. Oh, yeah. Coming out right now, Jimmy Hart, along with...
Thunder and Lightning are here, baby.
Thunder and Lightning, meaning Big King Kong Bundy and Rude. Official introductions coming in at a total weight of 439 pounds, both from Memphis. On the right of the screen will be Jim Jamieson and Ken Raper. Their opposition, Thunder and Lightning, as Jimmy Hart calls them. The big guy at 460 on your right, King Kong Bundy out of Atlantic City, New Jersey. Now one of Hollywood's finest, 238 pounds, Rick Rude. Rude and Bundy against Jamieson and Raper. Your referee is Jerry Calhoun. We are ready to go. And obviously you see Jimmy Hart decked out in his finest karate outfit or whatever. Bell time. Here we go. Well, you can pretty well imagine the...
Excuse me, Lance, is this seat taken?
Jimmy, I wish I could say yes. Unfortunately, Dave is not with us today. Rick Rude makes a tag on King Kong Bundy as Raper straight up.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Down on a suplex.
Thunder and Lightning. That's what we're going to be called from now on, Russell. Thunder and Lightning.
I know, Jim. Head slammed in, and Bundy brutalizing Ken Raper. This guy is so huge, you absolutely have no conception till you see him live and are standing somewhere near him. He is unbelievable.
The 10th wonder of the world, Russell. Look at him, baby. Look at him right now.
Bundy picks him up without going for the count. Jamieson trying to get a tag, but he couldn't reach out there. I think that shows a lot of guts on Jim's part.
No, guts. He didn't reach out there. You're trying to say Jamieson tried to tag him?
Quit mocking people for crying out loud.
I can't believe you said that, Russell.
Raper fired in, and there's the tag on Jamieson. And muscular Rick Rude working with Jim Jamieson in there right now. We're a minute and 15 seconds into the action, and Rude with a big knee to the midsection of Jamieson.
See, there you go. Look at Rick Rude. He stays in the gym 24 hours a day. Jamieson stays away from the gym 24 hours a day. That's the difference right there.
Yeah. Big double leg going down on Jamieson,
Ricky,
and
beautiful.
Rude doesn't even try for a pin. He just lifts him right straight up by the hair.
Beautiful.
Well, there's no doubt that Bundy and Rude, of course, heavily favored in this match with Raper and Jamieson. Oh, man. Now, there is no excuse in brutalizing people
Super
like
Ricky.
that, Jimmy.
He's lost. Don't pay any attention to Russell, baby.
Yeah. Bundy, big shot right on. I'm excited. That's terrible.
What's terrible about that, Russell? What's terrible about that?
Well, he's sitting there.
Look, the guy wants to be in professional wrestling.
Either one of them went for a pin. They went out there and just tried to hurt somebody, and that's exactly, I understand about professional wrestling, but there's no point in just continuing to try to hurt somebody and put somebody out of action. Boy, and he may have with Jamieson right there. Bundy rolls on.
Pick him up, pick him up, pick him up.
Oh, yeah. Now, what sense does that make? Jamieson again just throttled over there as Raper and Jamieson never really got started. Rude and Bundy. There is no two ways about it. They make some kind of an awesome team. Now, I don't know, as a tag team, having not been together. Look at this. There's the big bear hug. Coming off. Rude hits him and nails Jamieson hard. This should be it. Yeah, he didn't pick him up right there. So the winners, and dominant in 3 minutes and 5 seconds throughout the entire action, That particular was a combination. We were talking about tag team. They evidently had gotten together on something because, as we look back on it, Bundy grabbed Jamieson, held him in that huge bear hug, and then it was Rick Rude coming off the ropes. Ken over on the side, not being able to help at all, and Rude nails him. You saw he came all the way down from King Kong Bundy. So 3:05 the time. The winners, Rude and Bundy. Rick Rude didn't have it all that easy, and I'll tell you, there was a match that involved Jerry Lawler and Rick Rude. I want to show you just the end of it. I don't know that Jerry is going to say this was his finest hour, but perturbed he was, provoked he was, and I'm talking about with Angel. Take a careful look at all of the action that took place. And Lawler trying to get up. He's on the second turnbuckle. He's on the top one. He grabs the belt. He's got it. Lawler's going to win it. He wins it. 11 minutes, 11 seconds. And now he's wailing hard. He got Rude, and here comes Angel. Jumps on his back. Rude slams Lawler down, and now beating on Lawler. Hard from behind. Angel striping away at the legs of Lawler. That's better than Rude. But it all stings. Now Rude's got the belt. Hart holding Lawler. Woo! Rude nails Hart. And there goes Rude over the top rope. Lawler's got a hold of Angel. Pile drives her. And the crowd responds. The only thing I can say is you saw her jump right astride Jerry's back, and of course that provoked the whole thing along with previous incidents in there. Angel is not with us right now. You can bet on that. Woo. We're going to be back in just a moment. Okay, standing out here in such a thrilling position in between two very large gentlemen in Bundy and Rude, and of course Jimmy Hart is here also.
Can you believe the World Cup of Professional Wrestling? $100,000 to the winner, baby. Thunder and Lightning, Jimmy Hart. You know, I am so excited about this tournament. Look at him. I've already bought my Japanese outfit, baby. I'm ready to go. Look at this, Michelochek. I want to just show you something. Can you get a camera this way? Hey, can you wake the cameraman up if he can move this thing?
Jimmy,
you see these ribs are taped, baby, from Michelochek ramming that helmet into me. But I'm a man, baby, and that's why I'm back out on TV today, Michelochek. You understand that? Bundy, what are we going to do, baby?
I want you to look at this team. Look at the two brick houses, 450 and 250. Brick houses. We're going to Japan. We're going to win that tournament. Now, Fargo and Rich, we got you in the first round. First round, you two punks are going down, and I don't care who's there. Fargo, Valiant, Lawler, Dundee, you're looking at the champions. We're going to win this tournament right here, and then we're going to Japan, and we're taking everything.
Well, of course, the Japanese part starts in January of '85. All right.
I want to tell you something, Lance. I'm sick to my stomach. Shut up. I'm sick to my stomach about this filthy pig who these people just love Jerry Lawler, don't you? Don't you? Yeah. You see what he did to my valet? Is that how he got his name, the King? By beating up women? 3 people in that ring, Lance. Why didn't he come after me? I'm the one he signed to fight, not my valet. Now I got a bunch of problems. I got hospital bills. I got a valet that's no good to me anymore. Jerry Lawler, you're so tough. What? Shut up. Jerry Lawler, you're so tough. Why don't you come out here right now and step in that ring? Why don't you guys go back to the dressing room? Come on, let's get Lawler out here right now. Come on, Lawler. You know, Lawler, I'll tell you what to think about this tag team tournament coming up. I I don't care about Tommy Wildflower Rich or Jackie Junkie Fargo, whatever his name is. I want Jerry Lawler, but I don't want to wait till Monday. I want Jerry Lawler right now. Come on out here, Lawler. Let's see how bad you are. Come on. Get him out here, man.
You guys have had a match.
Get him out here.
We've got a show to do.
Easy, baby. We'll get Lawler. We're going to get Lawler.
You better be thinking about that tank tournament.
Where is he?
He's not coming out here, Hope.
Where is he? Where is he?
Listen, we got a show to do.
Bad Jerry Lawler. I'll make the show.
Angel's got to have that corrective surgery on her neck, and that's why he's so upset on this. How would you like it if somebody picked your wife up and pile drive her, Russell? You wouldn't like it?
I wouldn't expect her to jump in and jump on somebody's back the way
you mean if somebody wasn't hitting you, she wouldn't jump in to help you? What kind of wife is that? Well, let me tell you something, Lawler. Like Rick said, you're going to be paid back for this.
Lance, is a pile driver a legal move? Where's the fine? He pile drove my belly. Not me. Hey, don't somebody else, Lawler, you geek. But you're going to get yours. Don't worry about that.
Come on.
King Kong,
Baby, World Cup, here we come.
If Lawler had any guts, he'd be out here right now. Where is he? You're yellow.
I hope he respects that.
I'll tell you something. I don't care. Nobody's keeping me down. These filthy pigs. These stinking pigs. They ain't keep me down. Let me
Well, I tell you what, Jimmy, you better settle that dude down before he gets into that World Cup tournament. And in there, they won't be in there 5 minutes. That is an impressive team. There's no question about that. Let me give you some information regarding the action coming up Monday night at the Coliseum. Because, boy, I will tell you, this is one tremendous night that we have been looking forward to ever since we heard the word that Jarrett Promotions have been given the rights for the Mid-South Elimination Tournament for the $100,000 Japanese World Cup Tag Championship. Now, the finals and the elimination will be held in Tokyo in January of 1985. They're having regional eliminations with various promoters around the country, and each one of them will be sending a representative. The promoters have 10 teams that will be vying for the action. It will all be decided on Monday night, one night of action. The winner will then have 6 months of training and preparation in order to get ready for that $100,000 World Cup Championship. First round matches. Look at this. This is just the first round of action where the promoters put them down the way they thought the fans would like to see them. Rick Rude, King Kong Bundy, going against Tommy Wildfire Rich and his partner on a late change, the fabulous Jackie Fargo. Now, we're going to tell you more about that, so don't go away because we have some really interesting information regarding this first round. That is not the way it was originally going. Look at this team. Dutch Mantell teaming with the superstar Bill Dundee, who is returning for this World Cup elimination tournament coming up, going against the classy team of the Nightmares. You'll see him out here in action against the new generation a little bit later. Jerry Lawler and his partner, handsome Jimmy Valiant. Yeah. They will be facing the rugged team of Randy Savage, Lanny Poffo, Poffo Mania, going against Lawler and Valiant, and that is also a first-round match. Then we're talking about the new generation with Tojo at ringside, going against Mr. Ito and the Animal with Jimmy Hart at ringside. And then the final of the first-round matches will be Rick Morton, Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express, facing the Southern Tag Champs, Phil Hickerson and the Spoiler. Those are all first-round matches. And, brother, this, I'm telling you, is going to be something. Elimination matches will continue until one team is declared the winner, and that team will be the representative in Tokyo next January with a shot. Mind you, a shot, and it will be a tough one for any team that makes it at the $100,000. First-round matches set up by the promoters, and, boy, I will tell you, here they are. Rude and Bundy against Rich and Fargo. Nightmares against Mantell and Dundee. Savage and Poffo against Lawler and Valiant. New generation will be going against Ito and the Animal. And Rick and Robert against Hickerson and the Spoiler. And there is the way it will come down in the teams that will have to be faced. And when you start talking $100,000, friend, going to be a whole lot of shaking going on. Monday night, Coliseum, it happens. And let me tell you, You want to be right there. Ticket prices only up $1. And, friend, get them early. You can get them today until 5 o'clock, and you can get them all day on Monday. And here is one of the gentlemen that will be right there with a partner, Handsome Jimmy, Jerry the King Lawler. Jerry.
I'm looking forward to that, Lance. But before I talk about that, let me just say a couple of words about what Rick Rude and Jimmy Hart had to say. Now, I think that everybody that's known me over the years knows one thing about me, and that's that I don't hit women. But let me qualify that statement. I don't hit ladies, okay? Now, when Rick Rude comes into this area and he brings a valet with him and he sits her at ringside, if she's there just to take off his jacket and just to groom his hair, then that kind of thing is fine with me. But you know, and all of the wrestling fans out there know, that in every match she has constantly interfered. She has used everything from spraying powder in people's face to her high heel shoes. Yep. She's jumped in the ring on my back as the film shows. When she does that, I think that she shows to everybody that she is certainly no lady. And she puts herself into a position where she doesn't belong, right in there with the men, and I just had to treat her just like any other wimp, and I dropped her right on her head, and Rick Rude, I'll do the same thing to you, jerk. Now, you're out here screaming for me. I'm here. Where are you? If you want me so bad, brother, I'm right here. I'm not hard to find. So anytime you want some of me, Rick Rude, you're more than welcome to it, brother.
Well, I tell you one thing, Jerry, that really irritated me about Rude's attitude. He wasn't concerned about Angel. He was concerned about the hospital bills and the fact he doesn't have a valet. That shows you the kind of way his mentality goes.
Well, all I can say is, just as I said a while ago, I don't think we're going to have to worry about seeing Angel around the ring anymore, because I believe, you know, I realized she was a little hard-headed the first time I busted her right in the mouth and she came back, but I don't think she'll come back after this, because I think she's learned her lesson. Now, Rick Rude, I got one other lesson to teach, and that's to you, you skinny little wimp, and I'm going to do it before it's over with, believe me. Okay. Now, enough about that.
Let's talk about the big tournament, man. It's a chance of a lifetime.
I want to talk about this big tournament because I'm really excited about it. As you say, the chance of a lifetime. First time ever that Jarrett Promotions has been allowed to send a representative to the World Cup tournament. And $100,000 is enough incentive to the winners. That's exactly right. But first, you got to win in this tournament. Now, I don't know if everybody saw this a while ago. Okay, if you can see it right over here, here's something I don't really understand, Lance. And I asked Eddie Marlin about it earlier. If you see, okay, you got Rude and Bundy against Rich and Fargo, and then you got the Nightmares against Mantell and Dundee. Of course, the winners of those two matches will face each other here, and then that winner gets a bye all the way out to the semifinal, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, then you got the New Generation against, you got the Rock and Roll Express against Hickerson and the Spoiler. The winner of that match gets a bye all the way out to the semifinals. But you got poor old Lawler and Jimmy Valiant in here, and if we win against Savage and Poffo, then we're going to have to face the winners of the Ito and Animal New Generation match. If we win there, then we're going to have to face the winner of the Rock and Roll Express and Hickerson Spoiler match. If we win there, then we're going to have to face the winner of this whole bracket up here to win this thing.
Yeah.
Some of these guys only got to win 2 matches to get in the finals, but me and Handsome Jimmy got to win 4. But you know what, Lance? I like it like that, because that means that the people are going to get to see a lot of the King and the Boogie Woogie Man down there, because that's right. When they said there's going to be a tag team tournament and they said call around and get yourself a partner, there was only one man that I thought of, and that was Handsome Jimmy Valiant. And I got on the phone and I called him for 3 reasons, because he is unpredictable, uncontrollable, and unstoppable, and I don't think there's anybody in that tournament, even though there are some good teams, that's going to stop the Boogie Woogie Man and the Kings, because we plan on being in Japan on January the 5th and walking out of there with $100,000.
Well, good luck to you, partner. I'll tell you, it is a long road to hoe, and it starts Monday night right in Memphis.
Now, I can also say where this may be real interesting, because in order for Jimmy Valiant and I to win, you know, we might have to face Tommy Rich and Jackie Fargo.
That's right.
And we also might have to face Dutch Mantell and Bill Dundee.
Oh.
So it could be a real interesting, it definitely will be a real interesting night, Monday night, but I plan on the King and the Boogie Woogie Man to have their hands in the air at the end of that tournament.
Okay, babe, good luck to you, the King, and we're going to be looking for his action out there. As you always know this, the Jerry Lawler is going to be in there scrapping, and you start waving $100,000 in front of 10 of the toughest tag teams in the country, and you better believe it is going to be severe, my friends, severe. Right now, I want you to get a little acquainted with a guy that I think you all know anyhow. Call him the Boogie Woogie Man. Call him the boy from New York. I mean, Handsome Jimmy. I think a lot of the wrestling fans that have seen Eddie Gilbert in the last couple of weeks or so may have had the same question that I had, and that was, what's wrong with Eddie? Out of not only curiosity but also personal concern, having known Eddie ever since, and of course having been a longtime friend of his father's, we wanted to find out from Eddie what in the world has been wrong, Eddie.
You know, there's been a lot of questions asked around lately, what's wrong with Eddie Gilbert, and I appreciate this time to explain it to you. You know, Tommy Rich and myself were a top-notch tag team, and here lately I've been kind of hurt, but now I really got to say that I'm really, there's anger, and I'm very mad for a simple reason. I'd like to explain it to you, and that reason being is that, you know, a lot of times when you're a tag team, you discuss your strategy, you sit back in the dressing room, and you get ready to go out there in the ring and do your best. And Tommy and I would sit back in the dressing room, and he'd tell me, he'd say, Eddie, when we get out there now, I want you to get out there in that ring, and I want you to give it all you got, because, boy, you're young, you're full of vigor and vim, you can do it all. And I want you to get out there, wear the guys down, soften them up, give me that tag, and I'll come in and I'll win that match. Well, you know, that seemed pretty good, but, you know, all the time, finally, I guess I kind of got smartened up and realized that he was actually using me, and then going around telling everybody that, oh, I did it again, I won the match, and calling the wrestling magazines and the newspapers and everybody, and I think I have a little proof of that, if I like to show that. Well, his strategy worked. He went on, he got the international title match. But you know, then he even turned his back on me. And that was something I never expected Tommy to do. But the thing that really got down deep in my heart was that instead of asking me, his partner, the guy that really went in the ring and worked my rear end off for him and really helped him as much as I could and thought I was his close friend and best friend, he asked Tojo Yamamoto to go out to the ring to be his manager and wound up winning the international heavyweight title.
Oh, Yamamoto putting his nickels worth in. Here comes Ito. Rich back to his feet. Fires salt right in the eyes of Ito. Covers him with a flying press. 1, 2, 3, and we have a new champion.
Now the greed begins to show in Tommy Rich, as you can already tell. Instead, you know, like, for instance, let me give you a real good for instance. We used to ride up and down the roads together, and instead of talking about maybe going back after the tag team titles after he done won the international title, all I kept hearing was, oh man, if I could get a shot at the Southern Heavyweight title, the Southern Heavyweight title. And I'd sit over there, and I gotta be honest with you too, most of the time I was driving the car, and he'd look over at me and talk about the Southern Heavyweight title, and I kept thinking to myself, well, shouldn't I have a chance at the Southern Heavyweight title? I mean, he's already the international champion. Why shouldn't I get a chance at the Southern Heavyweight championship? Well, it never came about. He was the international heavyweight champion. He got his shot at the Southern Heavyweight championship, and the greed really started showing because he won it. And then, boy, he was Mr. Big Shot.
We may have a new double champ. That's it. 11:46. Tommy Rich wins the Southern Heavyweight title.
Well, now Mr. Big Shot has both titles, the Southern Heavyweight Championship and the International Heavyweight Championship. Well, as everybody knows, when you're a champion, you got to face all the top contenders. And at this point, it was King Kong Bundy. And you know, Tommy didn't need me anymore as his tag team partner. He didn't need me as his manager like he did Tojo Yamamoto. But he did find a very, very special position for me as special referee because he knew that he would have his hands full with King Kong Bundy.
Covers him up. This could be it. That's it. 10 minutes, 21 seconds. The Southern Heavyweight title has a new owner in King Kong Bundy. Bundy, that is the chain. Tommy Rich hollering at Eddie, and now he's hot at Eddie because Eddie didn't call the chain, and Eddie Gilbert leaving the ring.
You know, then after the match was over with, Tommy grabbed my arm, he looked at me and he says, Eddie, you can't do that. You can't count me out. And there once again, Tommy was trying to use me, trying to use my integrity. Let me say something, Tommy. I'm not going to be used by you anymore. Not in tag matches. And speaking of tag matches, I'll certainly never be your tag team partner again. Now, one thing I want to say to you. The only contact ever that I want to make with you again is in the ring, because I want to prove to you and to any of these fans out here that doubt my word that I am a better man than you. And brother, I can back it up. And that's a promise to you and the wrestling world, anytime and any place.
In all fairness, Tommy Rich should have an opportunity to make some comments. And, of course, Tommy's going to be talking also with the fabulous Jackie Fargo, who will be his partner in a $100,000 tournament. Let's take a look at this.
You know, in all sports, there's not always one-on-one. There's team. And I was a team wrestler all my life. And now I had Stan and Steve, I had Tommy and Eddie, and I've had some other people, and I wrestled with my brothers for years. There's one thing that you never do in professional wrestling. I don't care what the problem is, you don't ever leave your partner. You don't ever desert him. That is a sin. That's not to be done. And especially in people that are with me. You don't do those things. That's just unheard of. And I'm highly ticked off about it. Tommy called me and told me that Eddie's hot about this. And we don't get hot. We don't get mad or jealous in the wrestling business. That's not to be done. We don't do those things. You don't leave your partner. You don't let him down. That's, my gosh, man, you're out there to be his partner, to help him, and you got two big brutes on the other side staring you in the face. That's scary enough with a partner, and without one, it's something we don't do. It's just not done. You just don't do those things. And I want to apologize to Tommy here. And Eddie called me, and I talked to you about it. And I'm very disturbed over it, and I know you are.
Well, you know, Jackie, it's kind of, you know, I ain't figured it out. I don't know if Eddie's jealous or what the deal was. You know, we've sat down and we've talked about the whole situation, and, you know, it was a sad day in my life. You know, I mean, when Eddie told me, he come right out and said he didn't want to team with me no more. And, you know, you got the Olympics going on, and right now it's the USA, and this was a big chance, you know, to represent the USA right there in Memphis, Tennessee. I mean, it ain't the Olympics, it's professional wrestling, but you're going for $100,000 and a chance to go to Japan and represent the South in Memphis, Tennessee right there. And I just can't believe that Eddie, you know, just packed up and left.
Like I said, but let me tell you something. I'm coming to Memphis, the day's Friday. I'll be there Monday as Tommy's partner. I won't leave you, I won't desert you. I never have and I never will. I'm a hanger in there, Pally. And let me tell you something. In case you people, you teams, the other teams that are in this thing, sitting around licking your chops. Let me tell you something, Pally. Training and conditioning is a way of life with me. It was just like going to school or eating breakfast. I did it all my life since I was a little boy, and I still do it. And I'm still rough, and I'm still tough. And let me tell you something, and you listen real good, pal. Tommy Rich is a man, and boy, has he got a lot to shell out, pal. And I'm going to be there with you, Tommy, baby. Big Daddy's coming to Memphis.
Yes, sir. You know, Jackie, it's kind of like a saddest day of my life, but I think you just made it the biggest day of my life. Right there in Memphis, Tennessee, the fabulous one, Jackie Fargo and Tommy Wildfire Rich. We're going to be there, and we're going to set it on fire in Memphis Monday night.
Put a little reinforcement on that roof at the Coliseum, Pally, because we're coming your way.
Dang, all right, man. You made my day, Jackie. I can't wait to get there Monday night.
See you Monday night, folks.
Okay, ready to go. The action in there. And the introductions as follows. The team weighing in at 434 is the total weight from Memphis, Tennessee and Louisville, Kentucky. Introducing David Johnson and Randy Johnson. Their opponents today coming in at a total weight of 467 pounds. Parts unknown, the Animal and his partner from Osaka, Japan, Mr. Ito. Jimmy Hart at ringside with him. We're ready to go. Bell time, and here we go. One fall, 15 minutes. The Animal starting out with David Johnson as he goes down to the throat, and the referee says, let's bring it up. Grabs the hair, slams it into the knee of Ito. The Oriental connection just connected with a big right chop on David Johnson. David, a youngster out of Memphis, Tennessee. His partner, Randy Johnson from Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah, I hear it. That's Jimmy Hart, of course, running around, being hyper as he usually is. Woo! And he throttled David with that chop and then followed it up with another one. Tag on the Animal, and he plants a knee in the head of David Johnson, goes right after him, grabs the hair.
Don't they look good, Russell? Don't they look fantastic, huh?
They look marvelous.
You know, this is the greatest day of my life. I feel so good today, but every day I feel good. You know, who's that guy in the corner? Looks like Plowboy Frazier Jr., huh? Look at it. Is that his son?
That's Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson, all right. I don't think he wants in, does he, Russell? Does he? Come on, baby.
They hadn't had a chance. They've been working on David Johnson, keeping him in there.
Are they brothers? Randy Johnson, David Johnson? Are they brothers?
No relation.
Are they brothers?
Memphis and Louisville.
I see. Oh, they're from different cities. Is that it?
They are.
Oh. I think they're Randy and David Johnson. I think they're brothers, Russell. Look at get that smile off your face, Russell. Get that grin off your face, baby.
Come on,
look
Jimmy.
at him. Come on, baby. Look at him. There you go.
Come
on,
the greatest
Ito.
day of my. Oh, boy, what a kick! Looked like the point of the toe to me. There's a tag on Randy. Well, we got Jimmy Hart away from the ring for a moment. He's up on the ring apron. Referee Jerry Calhoun sending him down, and the Animal comes in, takes over on Randy Johnson. Ito and the Animal dominating action here in this one fall 15-minute tag match. A little better than 2 minutes into it.
Out today, huh, baby?
Well, there's no question the Johnsons are not any competition for Ito and the Animal in this match. He's underneath the rope, and the referee comes over to back Ito up. Ito lets Randy turn over and get back in the ring, and then puts him back down again. Ito really popping him with those feet. He nailed David Johnson with the point of his toe a minute ago right at the throat. And Ito this time grabs the hair, nails him with the top of the foot, tags on the Animal. Whip into the ropes. Double. There's a drop down on the Animal. Animal choking, hollering, screaming. Can't you find some sane wrestlers for the First Family?
Look, I think David Johnson over there, he is the one in the yellow tights, right? I think he bought the whole Boston Street Baptist Church choir to root him on behind him, but they're not even saying nothing. Look at him right there, baby. Come on, baby. There you go. Come on. Look at Animal. Doesn't he look good, Russell? Huh?
You're always knocking somebody's school of wrestling. What did this guy go to? The back alley brawl school of wrestling?
You're so smart. How did you guess that,
That
Russell?
Animal.
This is from the Jimmy Hart School of Wrestling. Like I told everybody, baby, from now on, this is what you're going to see. This is what you're going to see from everybody in the family, man.
Randy
Come on,
Johnson
Ito.
taking a pounding from Ito down there. We're 3 minutes and 44 seconds into the action, and it has been all one-sided. Ito and the Animal totally dominating the action over David Johnson and Randy Johnson.
Put a stop to this massacre right here. So I guess the Johnson brothers right now are going to be beat, huh, baby?
Well,
come on, you've got him. Come on now, take him, baby. You got him. There you go.
Animal drops him down, tags Ito. But instead of going out, he goes back, picks up Randy by the hair. They fire him in and coming off. Backdrop from Ito. We've got a match coming up with a new generation and the Nightmares, and brother, that one will be some kind of a thriller. We're also going to be looking at Hickerson and the Spoiler against the Rock and Roll Express. And Randy Johnson picked up again by the hair of Ito. And this is just totally one-sided. Randy slammed down. Ito goes over to the rope. Hart up on the ring apron. He drops down there with that headbutt. That'll do it right there. Okay. Ito and the Animal. Truly not much more than a light workout. In a 4 minutes and 58 seconds, they came through with a victory over the team of Randy Johnson and David Johnson. Hart takes his charges back to put him in a cage, and that was the end of that one. 4:58 was the time on it, with the Ito and the Animal winning. I'll tell you a couple of other animals, but real athletes, man. I'm talking about Popo-mania. Randy Savage and Sir Lanny Popo. Got a little clip I want to look at. Rick and Robert, the Rock and Roll Express, certainly have championship on their mind, and one way to do it is go after the Southern Tag Champions. Hickerson and Spoiler were the object of their attention. Let's look at that action, and brother, it was some action.
Boy, I tell you, dynamite action should be coming up here in a one-fall 15-minute time limit match, as you said, at a total weight of 521 pounds, with the Southern Tag Team titles around their waist. From parts unknown, the Spoiler, and from Jackson, Tennessee, Phil Hickerson, going against them at a total of 437 pounds. From Pensacola, Florida, and Nashville, Tennessee, Rick Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express. One fall 15, a non-title match. Jerry Calhoun is the referee.
Funny, Phil. Oh, you and your great sense of humor, saying, well, they got all those dish towels tied around them. Tell you one thing, this is exactly what Rick and Robert wanted. They came back into the area. They were looking for action. And here we go. One fall, 15 minutes. The Southern Tag Champ. And Hickerson making fun, as he does, of everybody he gets in the ring with. Tell you what, he better not make too much fun of this young man, because this young fella, Rick Morton, along with Robert Gibson, yeah, you busted him, all right. Woo! Morton got him once. It's over!
Wow!
I don't believe it.
Neither does Hickerson. 25 seconds of action.
The Rock and Roll Express. I can't believe it, Dave.
That's phenomenal.
I have brought my lunch. It's all, hey, it's all over.
Russell!
It won't take two.
That could happen in a million years!
It won't
Are you
take,
nuts?
It
I
happened.
didn't even ring a bell!
Look at this right here. Hey, it happened right here.
It happened.
Popped it. You lost the match.
Crazy!
There, you hit him, bang. All right, and watch the referee. Watch the referee count. 1, 2, 3, and it's all over there. That's all.
Let me tell you something, Jack. I ain't going nowhere until you get them back out here.
Bill.
They can't done.
You lost the match, and that's it. You and Spoiler. You lost the match. It was a 1, 2, 3. We saw it right there in the ring, and it's all over with. So please take it on out. We got more
I'll tell you
action
something right
coming.
now, brother. I got $1,000 you get back in this ring right now. $1,000. What?
$1,000.
$1,000 get back in this ring right now. Because that is a freak. I didn't even rung the bell.
You pardon me for asking, but I don't see the money hanging out.
Let me tell you something, man. Our word is our bond. Our word is our bond. $1,000.
Hold me up. Your word is your bond. Well, I got a sneaking hunch that Rick and Robert ain't coming back on your word that you're going to put $1,000.
Man, they owe us $1,000. They owe us. They got us a paycheck. We ain't even got him yet. Get old man Marlin out here. Where's that old promoter at? Get him out here. He owes us. I want $1,000 to get him right back this ring.
You mean Phil Hickerson and the Spoiler are going to put up $1,000? You just got beat in a match.
No, we didn't get beat.
And he's crying.
We hadn't got our paychecks, right?
That's right. Okay.
Where's the money?
If they come back out here, the office owes you more than $1,000.
Yeah.
So the $1,000 will be held out of your check, and it'll go to the Rock and
If
Roll.
they beat us.
If they come out here.
Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough.
You're going to put it up. Okay. Okay, Dave. Oh.
Here they are.
You talk about embarrassed. Oh, look at here. Well, you might figure. And there goes Rick Morton out of there. It's a 4-man, and oh! Robert Duck, look at here! I don't believe it! Hey, twice!
10 seconds on that one.
They didn't even go a minute in 2 bouts. 10 seconds. Phil Hickerson, the Spoiler. Oh, yeah, the bell rang in it. Hey, listen, they just beat you the second time. I take longer to blow my nose than you guys took it. All right, Phil. Now, it's all over with. You lost $1,000.
Man, no, you ain't even ring a bell. Look at this creep here. He don't even know how to ring a bell.
The bell rang. The bell rang. You guys yeah, you lost it, and that's the way it
They
goes.
can't do it, man. I guarantee you.
They
Ain't
did it.
nobody can beat Hickerson in the Spoiler like that.
Well, they did it, Phil. And everybody saw it right here on television. Now, we got more action coming up here.
No, no, you ain't got nothing.
Yeah, we do. We've
Got here, Russell. You get them back out here right now. and I'll put these belts up right now. And I'll give him a belt match right here.
You just got getting beat twice right in there.
Shut up.
Hey, listen.
Whoever gets the creep back out here, and I'll give him a championship match right now.
You're going to put the belts right up on the line right now. Well, I'm sure. What do you think, man? They want to put the belts up for a third track. They just got through getting beat.
Put the belts
We'll
up.
put the belts up and give a championship match right here. Get the butt back out here.
If they come back out here, it is a title match.
Good enough. Yeah. Okay.
This will be a title match. I'll come back out here.
Whoa! Hey! And I'll tell you one thing. We may not have time to get it all on this show, but we'll have the tapes running on it. So don't worry about the time. Here we go. Referee Jerry Calhoun saying, ring it. Southern Tag Team title, Dave.
They're on the line. Spoiler against Robert Gibson. Whoa! Hickerson pulls down the rope so that Gibson went over the ropes down onto the floor. Spoiler's got a chain wrapped around his fist. Hickerson with a chair.
They're going to lose another one by disqualification.
They have indeed. Disqualification on Hickerson and the Spoiler. It's over as far as the official part of this title match is concerned. Hickerson using that chair again on Rick Morton in the ring, and Robert Gibson down on the floor.
He hit Robert with that chair and busted him open.
Spoiler with the chain wrapped around his fist. Rick and Robert both cut open. Hickerson and the Spoiler lost no time in dumping Robert over that top rope, and then they went to work on him with the foreign objects one at a time. And Rock and Roll Express now being choked with chains by both Hickerson and the Spoiler.
Spoiler's got his around his fist, beating on Robert. Both Rick and Robert bleeding in there. Rick and Robert win the match. They don't win the titles on a disqualification, but in one day they beat Hickerson and Spoiler 3 times, but they are flat, getting roughed up right now. Hickerson, look out, David. Come on, Phil.
Double team pile driver on Robert Gibson, and now I don't know what they call that, but I tell you, he can do some damage with it in a hurry. Hickerson and the Spoiler running wild against Rock and Roll Express.
They've already lost it, so they don't figure they have anything to lose except a fine in there. We need to get somebody out here, get these guys out of here. They are killing Rick and Robert. Use the chair, chains, and everything else.
Spoiler.
I know you're proud of yourself now.
There you go.
They ended up winning.
Hey.
You're sitting there crying.
You look at that right there.
They won the
If
match.
that's what it is to be a winner, brother, I'm happy to be a champion. Let them win all they want to, brother. I'm happy to be a champion.
You guys using chairs and chains and everything else. Rick and Robert. We'll get out of here. Oh, I tell you, bad news, Hickerson and the Spoiler. They had some comments to make about Rick and Robert. Of course, it was a situation where they will never live down the fact. I don't care how you cut it. Sure, they beat them and bloodied them and all that. They lost 3 times in one day. Let's hear what they had to say about Rick and Robert.
Morton, you and Gibson, you listen real close, brother. Hickerson and the Spoiler are sitting here in sort of a state of shock and embarrassment. The embarrassment part of it and the shock. The shock is that we have got a mark against our record. Someone finally beat the Southern Tag Team Champions. They got a win on us. The humiliation part of it comes because it's 2 young punks like yourself. Because you're punks. But you paid for that win, brother. And you paid for it through your own blood. We beat you like dogs. We left you laying in the middle of the ring and laying in your own blood. And you was begging. And you was begging us to please quit beating on you so much. We finally got tired of kicking your brains out, brother, so that's the reason why we got out and left you laying there. Let me tell you something, brother. The fight has just started. We're going to pick up where we left off. The next time that you crawl in that ring, brother, with Hickerson and the Spoiler, you're going to pay for it through your blood. We're going to humiliate you. We're going to hurt you so bad that you're going to be running to the promoters and begging them to take that loss off our record, and you don't want that win. You mark my words, because I've never told a lie in my life.
I didn't see Hickerson laughing on that. I'll tell you one thing, Rick and Robert, they don't use as many words as Hickerson and the Spoiler did, but they had something to say about that particular action also, as they ended up with a record of 3-0 on Hickerson and Spoiler that day. And let's listen to what they had to say. Short and sweet.
You know, Ricky, this must be our lucky day, because we got Hickerson and the Spoiler. You know, we done proved to all the people out there, and they saw that we can beat them guys in a wrestling match. Now we're going to show we can beat them in a fight.
You got that right, brother. Just like Robert said, we proved to everybody that we can beat the Mid-South Tag Team Champions right in the middle of the ring. We done it twice. 2 straight, Robert. But now this time, brother, we're going to see if we can beat you in a street fight. We don't care what it takes. Come on down there. Bring your cheers. Bring your chains, brother, because we're going to have something there waiting on you. I'm talking about the Rock and Roll Express, brother, and we're going to put you down. I'm telling you that, Phil Hickerson and the Spoiler, you are going down by the hands of the Rock and Roll Express.
Coming up in just a little bit, we'll be seeing the new generation going against the Nightmares right here on Championship Wrestling. Back in just a moment.
Steak lovers, beware. Someone might snitch all your Heinz 57 sauce for her recipes. Well, here's my kind of recipe. Thick, rich, Heinz 57 sauce on a big, juicy T-bone. Love the way those savory spices surround a piece of steak. Why keep all this flavor just for recipes?
He'll eat those words.
Yes.
Heinz 57 sauce, the recipe for savory steak and chicken and ground beef and...
Did you receive your Fleming circular with this summer's hottest furniture buys? Look at this great wall, only $7.99. Cherry console mirror, $88. Choice of 4 Riverside table groups, $99. Sensational. Cow-style dinette, $368. Queen Anne desk, $288. Amazing sectional sofa, $888. Maple rocker, $48. And that's not even one page of this fantastic 8-page circular. Pick up your copy of the hottest furniture buys of the year at the Fleming store near you.
Now you can compete in the Olympics too.
There's that!
Play McDonald's. When the U.S. wins, you win Olympic games and win up to $10,000 instantly. Or keep your cards, and when the U.S. wins your event, you win a Big Mac, regular fries, or a Coca-Cola. So go to McDonald's and get your game cards today, because when the U.S. wins, you win.
My kids is dead! Dad won! I thought he was at work. So did I!
People ask me, do I really smoke Captain Black? Or do I argue with umpires? Captain Black, never a bite in the bowl.
You know, when you talk about a $100,000 tournament like's taking place in Tokyo, Japan in January of '85, you wonder whether a guy like Handsome Jimmy even thinks about the $100,000. The boogeyman's kind of wild. He had some comments.
Wrestling fans of Memphis, Tennessee, your time is coming. That's right, you are in for a real treat because handsome Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man, is coming home. And he's teaming up with the King, Jerry Lawler.
Woo, mention the Boogie Man feels good, brother and sister. I want to say hi. Oh, man, I wish Lawler was here. I'd give him a kiss, too, Jack. You know, so the Boogie Man's been all over the United States. I've been from New York City to Knoxville, Missouri. I just got back from Neptune. That's the universe, you know what I'm saying? I just got back Neptune last night, in fact. About 3:30. 3:30 Neptune, I just parachuted out, brother. And me and Jerry King Lawler. Can you understand? Can you get off? People, brother and sister, at the same time, Jerry King Lawler and the Boogie Woogie Man together, brother, in a big tag team tournament for all the gold. $100,000. That's a lot of gold. That's a lot of canaries, baby. And I'm talking about the World Cup. And the winner goes to Japan. You know, I've been to Japan many times. I got an old lady over there. Yeah, I don't know if I should send her support or not. But I got an old lady. Me and the boy, me and I got 2 or 3 little Japanese boys, man. They look like this, just like this. Hey, I'm going to go backward. Me and the King Lawler, me and Jerry Lawler, look out, too much to take on one break. We coming, Jack, you know, the Pappos. The Pappos we going to have to beat. Yeah, they got a daddy and they got 2 boys. And they're nasty, Randy Savage. Whoa, Mustang, we going to get down, brother. We going to get dirty. Memphis, Tennessee. Look out, the Boogie Man, handsome Jimmy is coming to town, you know. Woo!
What'd he say? Handsome Jimmy coming to town to be with the King. Hey, talking about coming to town, it'll be coming to your town, Championship Wrestling. Let me give you some action that will be taking place around the territory. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m., Jackson Coliseum, you are going to see what will be a landmark night. Take a look at the first couple of names of wrestlers there. Jerry the King Lawler and Bill Superstar Dundee will be in an action over there in Jackson, along with the Rock and Roll Express. Lots of other great names and 8 great matches tomorrow night. Box office opens at 12 noon. Partner, you can pick up your tickets in time, head on home for that Sunday dinner, and then be back at 8 o'clock for the action that goes. And you'll be looking forward to plenty of it starting at 8. Be sure and get your tickets. Be there tomorrow night. Blytheville, Arkansas. That's next Friday, coming up on August the 10th. It's going to be a big night of action with Wildfire Tommy Rich being there. New Generation will also be right there. Those are just some of the names that will be in Blytheville. That's on August the 10th. Also on August the 10th at Batesville, Mississippi, the Rock and Roll Express that we were just talking about will be down there. King Kong Bundy will be present in Batesville next Friday night, August the 10th. And on Saturday night, a week from tonight, West Helena, Arkansas at the National Guard Armory. You're going to be seeing Jimmy Hart will be over there, Tojo Yamamoto. Plenty of action will be taking place in the National Guard Armory in West Helena a week from tonight. Make it a point to be right there. Friday night, August the 17th, Milan, Tennessee at the Milan High School, sponsored by the Rebounders Club. Tickets on sale at the Milan Banking Company and the First American Bank. The King will be up that way, and we're missed Ripley, Tennessee. Yeah, there it is. I'm sorry. We're talking about Milan, and here's Ripley all the way. Ripley at the high school, sponsored by the JCs. And, of course, some other great names coming on Sunday, August the 12th. Now, Milan, Tennessee. Rebounders are the sponsors. You want to be there and see the King and Wildfire Tommy Rich. Following that will be Sunday, August the 19th in Lexington, Tennessee at the new high school. Great location for some great action of championship wrestling when it comes into Lexington on August the 19th. That's a Sunday. Friday, August the 24th in Caruthersville, Missouri at the high school, sponsored by the Boosters Club. You can get your tickets right now. Save yourself $1. No bad deal, to say the least. Saturday, August the 25th, Jonesboro, Arkansas, with another great card coming into Jonesboro, as well as August the 25th in Trenton, Tennessee at the Gibson County Fair. Get your advance tickets and get in the fair free. Now, on the 28th, Ripley, Mississippi at the Ripley High School. That's all the action coming up. Championship wrestling, when it comes your way, take the whole family out. I rest assure you, my friend, you'll see no action like the action of championship wrestling. Water Valley, Mississippi, yeah, coming in September. More on that later. Dutch Mantel, joined by superstar Bill Dundee. Brother, there's a team that the elimination tournament will have to look out for. 2 tough guys.
Memphis, Tennessee, let me say one thing. I don't know how the fans feel about this tournament coming up, but from a wrestler standpoint, it is the biggest thing ever signed for Memphis, Tennessee. Now, we're not talking about $5,000 or $10,000. We're talking about $100,000. If we get through this tournament, we got a chance to really go for some mega bucks. Now, we're going to have 10 teams in this tournament. Now, you're going to have Jerry Lawler and Jimmy Valiant. You're going to have the Poffo Mania in there. You're going to have the Rock and Roll Express. And I'm sure all these teams think they're going to be favored in it. But I think the team to watch is Dutch Mantell and Bill Dundee. Now, I've had my differences with Dundee in the past, but I know one thing about Dundee. Dundee will do anything for money. He will do almost anything. And I talked to him the other day, and I got his opinion on it. And all I told him is, Bill, all we got to do is get along one night. And then we're on our way to Tokyo, Japan in January 1985 to compete for the World Cup Championship for $100,000. Now, boys, I'm going to tell you, all the teams that are listening, I'm speaking for myself, but I'm going to be going in there 110% sitting on DR dead ready because I want to make a chance for myself and Dundee to gain $100,000. So Monday night, I'll be looking at all you other guys across the ring, as with my partner, Bill Dundee, and we're going to be in there digging, we're going to be in there grinding, we're going to be in there really going for it because I want some money and Dundee does too. And I know the way Dundee feels, but in case there's some doubt out there, Dundee had a few words for you fans in Memphis.
Well, Memphis, Tennessee, this is a superstar coming at you live and live in color. I'm coming back on Monday night to team up with Dirty Dutch Mantell, and we're going to enter that tag team tournament. Now, the winners of it's going to get a little trip to Japan, and if you win over in Japan, you're going to get $100,000. Now, that's about a year's wages in a wrestler's life. That's about what we make for a year. Now, I'd like to win that in one night. Now, Dirty Dutch Mantell likes to win, and Bill Superstar Dundee likes to win. And I really don't care what team it is. But whatever it is, brother, you're going to get 110% from me, and he's going to give 110%. Now, I'm just looking forward to seeing all you nice folks there, the young ones, the old ones, the pink ones, the blue ones, and the black ones. Because I love you all there in Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm sure you love Bill Dundee. So I'm going to see you all Monday night, and Dutch Mantell and the Superstar is going to win, and that's a promise from me to you.
Okay, Billy and Dutch will be one of the teams you're going to have to do it too. We're going to take time out. We'll be back with the Nightmares and the New Generation in just a moment.
You know, there are two good ways to save big bucks on car care. Everything you need to keep your car running right at true discount prices. And here's another real good reason to make Auto Shack your parts store.
Premium quality ignition parts. Everything from regulators to modules, conventional and electronic. Now at Auto Shack, your discount parts supermart.
Champion TV and Appliance Rentals has the new GE Blue Tube televisions. Now look, this is your standard dull gray TV tube, and here's the new GE tube. It's blue, and that's just the start. These GE Blue Tube TVs come in consoles, portables, and remotes. Call Champion TV today, and we'll send out one of our radio dispatch bands. You can be watching a new GE Blue Tube tonight. Rent on the Champion way.
In Memphis, call Northgate 358, Whitehaven 396, Southgate 948-1036.
Low prices, Walmart. Quality, Walmart.
It's the latest athletic sports shoes at Walmart. Pro Champs Plus, built for speed and comfort, and they're only $12. And man, you can move up to the new 3/4 height Pro Champs Plus, the one made to move. Now just $15. Two styles of Pro Champs Plus at even bigger savings now through Saturday. That's the Walmart way.
It's a better day when you save the Walmart way.
This is Brian Teglin. I'm here to tell you that Liberty Chrysler Plymouth has a great selection of cars and prices. 78 Dodge Magnum, 99 down, $135 per month at Liberty Chrysler Plymouth.
That's what we've been waiting on. The big...
Come here, Russell.
Jimmy, for crying out loud, get up in the ring and wrestle, will you?
Wait a minute. Come here. Come here, guys. Look, wait a minute. Tell me, do I need glasses? Or come here, Russell. Now, you're supposed to have 20/20 vision. Look at this guy. What happened to this guy's beard? Look at him right there. Oh, come on. That's got to to be a joke. They need music. We don't look at that. I can't believe that. That's got to be. These are the Nightmares, the greatest team in the history of professional wrestling. What's the matter with this kid, man?
Hey, when you get up there, Jimmy, we're ready to go. New generation will take care of the
Jojo talked the poor guy. Look, he looks stupid with a beard now. Look at that. He looks horrible with his beard shaved off. Looks like the Bride of Frankenstein. Look at this guy.
Okay, Jim, fine. All right, here's the official introductions in there. A total of 431 pounds, wrestling out of Charleston, West Virginia, and coming into Lexington, Kentucky, the new generation. Mark Patton, Johnny Wilhoit, Tojo Yamamoto in their corner on the side of the ring at a total weight of 430. From parts unknown, with Jimmy Hart in their corner, I hope, the Nightmare. Expiration of time match. We're ready for it.
I can't sit here, man. Come on, ring the bell.
Now you're going to have something to do here.
I cannot sit here and watch this kid look this stupid out here. You know, I've got to. You know, this is going to be paint a picture week. I've got to do something. I'm going to. Has anybody got any boot polish or paint or anything? This
Johnny Wilhoit in the ring with the Nightmare number 1.
This guy, will you excuse me? I know it's going to be hard for you to do without me. I'm going to the back. I want to see if Rick Root or somebody's got some shoe polish or something. I'm going to put a beard on this guy, maybe some hair on Tojo. This is ridiculous.
Okay, Jimmy. We'll be delighted to let you go for the next year or so. There's a tag on Mark Batten. Mark comes in and takes over with a Nightmare. Boy, you're looking forward. I am, at least, and I think most of your wrestling fans are. With one super match in here. Teams about the same side, both very, very fast. And you're going to be seeing double odd action. The Nightmare number 2. Coming out of there is Nightmare number 1 back in. Referee asking for a break. Mark gave him a break, all right. Beautiful backdrop. He fired him out, but you saw the Nightmare get away in a hurry. You know, what are you blaming on somebody in the audience?
This guy is a joke right there, baby. That's what you're
Hart still harping on that beard routine. I tell you. Jimmy, you are terrible. Now, just leave us alone and let us enjoy this match.
I'm enjoying. This guy is ugly. Bring him over. Let me put this beard on his face with his shoe polish.
Hart's got a bottle of shoe polish. It's fine while somebody else is holding him. Mark Batten standing in the ring. Nightmare number 2 tangles up with Batten. Oh, yeah. You got him petrified.
Come on, baby. Bring it over to old Jimbo over here. Let me put a little shoe polish on him. He needs a beard.
Give here. Nice hip toss. Beautiful. Don't you think they could use a little counseling right at the moment, Jimmy?
Hey, baby.
Your Nightmare is not having such a good opener here.
The Nightmares are the greatest team in the history of professional wrestling, Russell. Baby, they know what they're doing at every moment. Look at it, baby. Come on.
New generation with Tojo and ringside.
You know what? Maybe this
being
kid needs a
sensible
beard,
and
too.
quiet.
I might put a beard on this kid while I'm at it. I might put some hair on Tojo. What do you think, Russell? Huh?
I want to see you try to do it. Wilhoit over the top.
What's the mask?
Standing side headlock.
Hey, what? Hey! Come on, man! Hey, come here! Watch the hood! He pulled the hood, man! Come on, Russell. Come on.
Johnny Wilhoit and the Nightmare number 2 in our final action match. Big shoulder down underneath. Yeah! Oh! Look at Wilhoit! What a drop kick! He power slammed him and then drop kicked him, and think he didn't get the attention right there of the Nightmare number 2. That's Wilhoit over there with his partner, Mark Batten.
Okay, you want me to give him some counseling, baby, so I just gave him some counseling. You understand that? Come on, guys, let's go. Let's get with it now. Come on, baby.
Taken back over
Come
in
on.
there.
I hate punks. I hate old people, and I hate smart
We got
like
a
punks,
couple of
man.
minutes left in action right here.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, knee to the back while the referee was over there watching the action. Nightmare number 2 slipped a knee right into the back of Johnny Wilhoit.
I'm upset now, baby.
Double team between the Nightmares on Wilhoit. New generation facing the Nightmares in this tag match. There's a tag. And another slam as he misses the elbow. Batten takes the tag. Now, I don't think you want to put a beard on him, Jimmy. You want to stay away from him. As a reversal, forearm to the midsection. Hart nails him from behind while the referee backs him. Tojo coming after Hart. Oh, Hart! He's in here painting on him with that shoe polish. I tell you. Here comes Tojo. Tojo in there. The new generation going after the night.
I'm going to get the other one. I might even put Harold Tojo's head.
Stick around. They'll put something on you. They may take your beard off one whisker at a time, Hart. That's ridiculous. Look at that. Mark Batten painted up by Jimmy Hart as the Nightmares held him. And they go running off. We're going to have to get from the referee whether it was a disqualification or not. While we're checking out that, take a look at this, and you'll see how Hart did it. He wouldn't do it by himself. He couldn't do it. But you see the Nightmares holding him down while the referee's getting Tojo back around. Hart with a shoe polish painting away on Mark Batten. And the Nightmares holding him. Johnny Wilhoit coming back in. And Hart, as soon as anything starts after him, yeah, look at that. Tojo coming after Hart. He runs and gets out of there. As Mark Batten and Johnny Wilhoit really getting a little revenge back. Tojo and Jimmy Hart. Tojo never got a hold of him. We're going to take time out. We'll be back after we check the clock. Okay, I want to remind you, coming up immediately following Studio Wrestling will be the Lone Ranger. And then at 1 o'clock, Chicago and Milwaukee will be going at it. And coming out right now, the new generation. We've got just about 20 seconds.
Lance, I say, I hate to interrupt you right here, but Jimmy Hart, you're going to pay for what you did to my face. The Nightmares, you're going to pay. You're not going to go around and do this stuff. To me, I guarantee you that. We're going to take care of business as soon as we get a chance.
I tell you what, you, Jimmy Hart, you and your two international gangsters, you dried up shrimp, Jimmy Hart, I tell you what, you going to pay all for this. You going to pay.
Tojo, the new generation, I can't blame them one bit, to tell you the honest truth about the way they feel. Well, quickly, let me give you a reminder that the action comes with a $100,000 Japanese Gold Cup Championship. We don't have time to go over all of the first-round matches. Sensational night. We hope you'll be there Monday night with us. I know one thing, Dave Brown will be back with us next week, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you. Until that time, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.